Hello everyone. Today we'll explore distance between 2 points. So for a moment, I'm considering 2 points on this board. This is one point and this is another point. Simple question is, can you tell me what is distance between these 2 points? If your answer is no, then please watch this video. First of all, I'll draw two perpendicular lines. Let's say this one. So now, first of all, I'll figure out the coordinate of the points. Simply connect this point to the x-axis with a perpendicular line. Similarly, connect that point by a line which is perpendicular to the x-axis. Right? To figure out this coordinate, we have to look how many distance we have to travel on x-axis to reach that point and how many parallel to y-axis to reach that point. So for a moment, if we say on this axis, you are supposed to travel by 3 unit, and on parallel to y-axis, if you are traveling by 1 unit, then coordinate of the point will be 3 comma 1, right? So this is my 3 comma 1 coordinate. Okay, let's repeat this for the second point also. Again, I'm telling, to figure out this point or the coordinate, what should we do? First of all, we have to travel on x-axis. Let's say this much distance is equal to 6, right? Let's say it is 6. Again, on this line, just try to figure it out. Let's say this distance is 5. So what we'll say? The coordinate of this point is basically 6 comma 5. Why it is 6? Because we traveled on x-axis 6 units. We traveled on y-axis, it is 5 units. Coordinate of this point is 6 comma 5. Okay, so these are coordinate of the point P1 as well as P2. Now that is not our point. Introducing coordinate system was not the asking thing. The thing was, how can we find out this distance in between these 2 points, right? So for that, I'm doing one more additional thing. It's very simple. I'm just drawing one parallel line connecting these things. That's it. Okay. We said that this much distance it is 3. This much distance it was 3. In fact, this much distance we said it is 6, right? It is 6 because we traveled for the second point on x-axis, it was 6. Now, if the whole thing is 6 and this much is 3, so can we say somehow from this point to this point, the distance would be 6 minus 3, right? Simple things. Suppose the whole line it is 6 unit and we just cut out 3 unit. So how many remain? So this distance will be what? This distance will be 6 minus 3. As simple as it is, right? So I'm saying that this point is 6 minus 3. Again, by similar argument, the whole distance, the distance was what? Total distance, it was 5. But this much distance, basically this one, it is what? 1. So the remaining part means from starting to this point to this intersection, it is basically 5 minus 1. Right? You might say let's put it 4, but I'm saying for a moment let's write like this only, 5 minus 1, and this one also 6 minus 3 itself, right? Now let me clean up a bit. Now yes, this is a rectangle. If this distance is 6 minus 3, so this one also is 6 minus 3, right? Now quickly recall Pythagoras theorem. Let's say this is a right angle triangle having sides A, B and C. Then we know one simple result, that is C square equal to A square plus B square, right? This is very useful here. Now you can imagine there is a right angle triangle. Okay, so if it is a right angle triangle, the base it is 6 minus 3, height it is 5 minus 1, and we are looking for the hypotenuse, because this hypotenuse is basically what? Distance between P1 and P2, or the first point and the second point, right? Using Pythagoras theorem, what we'll say, if we say this is my P1 point, this is my P2 point, then P1 P2 point and along with the square because c square, that is hypotenuse square, equal to 6 minus 3 square, right, plus 6, sorry, 5 minus 1, 5 minus 1 whole square. Now you see, actually we are looking for p1 p2 distance, but we got square. Now how can we remove that square? Simply taking under root, right? So I'll take under root thing, and the remaining thing is as it is, square plus 5 minus 1 whole square. It will be 3 square plus 4 square under root. Basically it is 9 plus 16, right? Basic calculation. Under root of 25 equal to 5. And yes, you are correct. It will be plus minus symbol. Why? Because we took under root. We are looking for distance, right? And distance never be negative, so that sign will be only positive. So what we'll say, distance between P1 and P2 is basically 5 unit. This is the answer for this particular question. Now my question is, if it is not particular, if it is the points P1, P2 are not in numbers, if they are in variables, then how can we find, or in generally how can we find? So for that we have to figure out the pattern. What is the pattern here? Pattern is very simple. You see there is 6 minus 3 square, right? You see there it is 6 minus 3 whole square. What is 6? If you observe properly, then you can see the coordinate of P2 and that x coordinate. What is 3? X coordinate of P1. Again, it is 5 minus 1. 5 is what? Y coordinate, and this 1 is what? Again y coordinate. So basically you see they took the differences of coordinates, the corresponding coordinates, and then square it, and then in between plus and under root thing. So if you sum up this result with generalization, let's say this point is x1, y1. Any point, this point is x2 comma y2, right? Then what will be the distance formula? We'll say p1 p2 distance is basically simply take the difference of x coordinates. It is x2 minus x1, square it. Again take the difference between y axis, y coordinates, that is y2 minus y1. Again square it, in between plus and under root. Okay, so I hope you got the clarity. If you have any confusion, please let me know in the comment box. Thank you so much.